Let's get a hello if anybody's in. Another impromptu live. I don't know where we, well, I do know where we are, but my hair's all hatty. I'll show you in a moment the bedlam and madness of what we are. Let's just see if anyone's going to come in. So if anybody is in, say hello. And let's just turn the camera so you can see what's going on. That is our view. It's rather pretty, isn't it, that? Lovely view. Look at that, that looks panoramic, Michelle, look at that. Michelle's not hearing me.
Sorry, I'm just busy over here in the
So this is where we are. And you'll see...
Follow this way for 190 meters.
My GPS still on. Guys, I'm going to lose you just for a minute maybe, or will I? Oh, it'll have to do. I should have turned my GPS off.
Watching, I think.
6 people. Say good morning. Say something.
Hello.
Say hello. Check the sound. And excuse that I haven't, and I don't even know how I can get to it. How can I connect? We're back. We're back.
That's all right. Then you didn't.
I just had to kill the GPS, otherwise I was going to moan about turning left and right the whole time. Well, look, a combine harvester. Morning, Joan. That's a combine harvester. Let me take you, Michelle. You watch the.
Yeah,
I've got all the drones and everything
now.
Let me show you where we are. This is called Mr Browns Boulevard. I know nothing about it, except for we're here. And I thought it was going to be like a peaceful, quiet little cycle through the rice paddy fields. Instead, it's a tourist bedlam. Everyone's renting out these little bike cars, trikes, quads, whatever you want to call them, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And then this seems to be... Morning, John. Well, I'm glad you called us, mate. I never know what time we're going to be able to go live, but this is where everyone comes and takes their photographs. And look, here's a combine. That's a little rice harvester, miniature rice combine harvester. And I've just got some video of those out in the fields. There's a guy with a broom over his shoulder. How cool. Let me just try to keep this steady. I haven't got it on the steady cam, so just come out and show you. Everybody comes. I'll keep the camera as steady as possible. And this is the field we just saw that they were harvesting. I think you can probably see just here, this one here. We're just harvesting. They've actually, this is a rice field, and they've drained the fields now, so they're letting the crops, letting the rice grains dry. And when they get to a sort of, I don't know if you can see, this sort of banding here is a little bit more toasty looking. So they're obviously just harvesting the fields that are ready and not the ones that are still a little bit green. So they've actually pulled out of that field. They've obviously chosen what they want to harvest. Michelle is actually on sound, and she is over here. Let me just turn around, and you can just see her in the distance there. So let me go back and see if I can get my seat before someone grabs it. Okay, so I need to get back in there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay.
I'm going to sit opposite.
You can come sit beside Michelle, or are you going to... No, sit opposite.
I'm sit over here.
But you're going to be...
Oh, big benches.
Oh, big benches. So, last night we stayed in a hotel. We managed to get up to Taiwan very late, extremely tired, but we slept in a hotel last night. Washed, showered.
So have you said that Joan Mackey says morning, John says good morning at 11 p.m. Central US time.
Yeah, I saw John and Joan.
And Larry says fantastic view, Steve.
G'day, Larry. So we got to Taiwan, had a good night's sleep. So I slept like a...
I slept really well.
You want to come and sit over here?
I can do. I can squeeze in over there. Now I've just got over this huge back bench.
Come and sit with us. I think people like to see us both. I know you look, well, even though we've had a night's sleep, we're still getting a bit bedraggled, aren't we?
We are. It doesn't take much to get bedraggled.
No.
Squeeze in here.
So
There we go.
I'll just get a little bit of water as well. I'm
Yes.
pretty dry. It's hot again today, and the wind is pretty. We got up very early and
Oh, the
set
wind's
off.
ferocious today.
The wind is drying us out as we're coming along, but the weather's beautiful. It's 20, I think about 27,
Yeah.
26, 28, somewhere around that.
He's got a nice slice lolly there. It's like a passion fruit one.
It does. It's probably red bean.
I know, but no, I think it might. It's yellow, so it might be passion fruit. Could be ever hopeful, can't I?
You can. We'll have a little look afterwards.
Yeah.
There's a little stopping shop here, but stopping shop.
Stop.
So we've cycled a good cycle this
Yeah.
morning. It's not been too bad. Probably about 50 kilometres already this morning, and it's early afternoon. We're trying to get up to as high as we can. We're heading towards Hualien, which is, well, we won't get there today, not anywhere near, but we're trying to get up. We're probably not going to camp, although it's all rice fields, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, but there's no flat fields. It looks lovely, but it's all rice.
It's actually picturesque. I might just turn the camera
Yeah.
again so you guys can
It's cool watching
see.
everybody.
It is nice, probably not just
having their
watching
photos.
us. You have a look at that, and you can hear Michelle and I. Michelle's on sound as well today. So, yeah, hard cycling, but we've come to this recommended route. On our route that we're following, it recommended that we come to Mr Browns Boulevard, and it's marked as Mr Browns something else as well.
Something else. It
Way.
was Brown Boulevard Avenue.
Avenue.
It was marked as Mr Brown's Avenue, but
Right,
you know it's
I have
Brown
no idea what
Boulevard.
it's about, but everyone
No.
said all the write-up said come to this boulevard, and it is pretty.
Yeah.
And it's massively full. There are, when you enter it, which is not far from here, there are loads of bike rental places. So everybody's renting bikes to come along the boulevard. Michelle and I have got our own bikes, so we're blessed we don't have to. And they're quite expensive. I think I heard the guys negotiating 600 for a bike, which they're going to be like half an hour, maybe an hour
Where'd they
most. A lot of money for
There's some good
a bike.
funky bikes as well with
Yeah.
Mickey and
Pikachu.
and Thomas the Tank Engine with
all
all the
sorts.
Union Jack flags. And
So
cool.
So we got here just now, and we're going to have a rest. We're just restocking up with snacks and a little bit of water, something to drink.
And a bit of food.
There's a-
Must be something to do with the music as well, because of the cello and things.
Let me just turn this back around again. Okay.
Is that on wide? We look quite close.
We do look quite close. We want to see all
better.
the sort of like...
Don't want to look too closely.
Now, the grimes, most of the grimes off. I tell you what, when I got in the shower last night, it was like could have done with one of those exfoliating sort of brushes. It was so you can kind of see, can't you? That's the colour of my arm from being out in the sun. It looks really
Yeah, that is
distinct
tan.
there,
That's
doesn't
not
it?
dirt.
No, I've had a wash. Some of it was dirt yesterday. Actually, yesterday. No, this is covered,
Yeah,
isn't it?
see, even I've got a little one as well.
You're not so brown, are you?
No, I don't go as brown as you.
No. So that's quite clear. That's a good thumbnail.
Oh no, I'm not so sure about that. That was cool getting all those people because they're all gone now.
Now there was a big group, and they were a typical sort of like big tour guy. They said, "Come together, everybody come together," and
then
they're
there was
calling
the 1, 2,
them.
3, and then they all said something,
all doing the
didn't they?
cheers and photographs.
Yeah.
I was going to jump in with them, but I thought it might be a bit inappropriate. This young girl's rocked up with a group. So there was a European girl here, but she's actually, I'm not sure.
No, I think she's on her own and she's just asking them. So she must speak. I imagine she speaks Mandarin and she's
Yeah.
asking them to take a photo.
Comments coming through.
Are they?
Keep the comments coming, guys. We do these
T-shirt
live
tan.
streams.
Yes.
Yeah, we do these live streams to kind of keep, want to hear what you people have to say. Look, she's doing a
Oh, yes.
beauty shot.
Yes.
There we go.
This is what we don't do very well, is it?
Michelle and I don't do this very well now.
We suddenly remember, oh, we should be doing that.
Can you pinch to zoom on?
Can you? You should be able to.
So,
Anyway, you can see she's there next to the one in the tree.
we'll have to do that, Michelle.
We will.
Get your hot pants on.
I'm looking at all the
down.
poses so I can see what we've got to do. We've got to play the cello and we've got to hang off the tree.
Yeah, except we're not going to do it. Nobody's ever going to... Now, this lady in the blue skirt's got pop
Socks
socks on.
up to her knees.
Up to her knees. I thought she got a bit of a tan, but she's actually got...
Yeah.
I can't zoom. What a shame. Yeah, that's not a good look, my dear.
That's right, she's going in the frame
She's
next.
got a miniature, like a blue
Minnie Mouse skirt
Minnie
on,
Mouse skirt on, and then she's wearing
which keeps flowing up.
pop socks, little stocking socks.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's a pose and a half.
Yeah. Most people do it the other way, so they
I
lay
think
on
I take
it.
the socks off, or at least roll them into my, because she's got like pencil socks on as well.
What are we like, eh?
Oh Lord, what are we like? What are they like?
Am I going to have an Oreo?
Are you going to have an Oreo cookie?
Yes. These are from the other day. We didn't eat them all. That's when
Same from the previous little stop.
It's when you needed your sugar.
And I
See,
needed
we
the
didn't
sugar.
we didn't chow down on
Now I
them.
got to a point I couldn't eat anymore.
No, it's all a bit.
So we've got quite a long. We're probably cycling till quite late today, but the gradients are fairly shallow. I do with my sunglasses on. I'm squinting a lot. I might just grab them out.
When you were checking the route and then you said it's mainly flat, I went, oh. So if we can just get rid of the wind, I'd be happy. That wind was coming along here. It was pretty harsh, wasn't it? Actually, my legs were actually starting to ache, which they haven't done at all. But I think it was just a strong wind and pushing, because it's flat as flat.
I like the fact that the European girl keeps getting people to take photos of her. It's interesting because she's
on this white bike.
Yeah, but she's good. She goes up to them and says, "Okay, take a picture of me." Very forward. So see this little. Well, that's just a regular bike that's been sort of welded together, isn't it?
It's a pink taxi I have, you know.
Is that what they call it? Oh yeah, it says taxi.
Pink taxi.
So yeah, get the comments, get the questions coming. I will do a bit of an update. There's a girl in her pajamas now.
Yeah, she's got the pose going. That's what you got to do, you see. Okay, I'll look at that one.
It's very interesting.
Cool.
Oh, the lady on the. Oh, is she getting on the scooter? No.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry, we're just listening.
Sorry, we're people watching now. This is what Michelle and I love to do. I'm sure you do too, but
It doesn't make a very interesting live stream, but you
No,
can
it
see what
doesn't.
we're watching, so you can see.
So we had a funny little hotel. It was like a guest house hotel, but it was very nice. It was super nice. The lady that was running it was a bit of an ogre. She wasn't that pleasant, but
No. Room was okay though.
room was nice. Slept like a log.
On the 3rd floor, so we had no lift.
No lift. And actually, the funny thing was, I think Michelle will agree with me. We did briefly talk about it. Why can't I get the camera to turn around?
No, you've got
I'm really not doing well with this.
Doesn't want to work today, does it?
No.
Just watch Steve eat his biscuit, his cookie. There we are, that's okay. You can see us. So Larry says, both of you not only well known, but most popular now. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think anyone knows us here, Larry.
And somebody says, try soy milk and soy tofu product. Yeah, we have done.
I've had so much soy milk and silken tofu. I'm not going to eat any more cookies,
No.
Michelle. Have we got one?
Yeah,
Take
that's
that
it.
one for me.
Yeah, I will do.
I'll have that afterwards. I need the
Okay.
sugar now, I've just realised. So,
So you were telling a little story. You don't know whether I was going to agree with it about the
Oh.
hotel. Just get you back on track now.
we've been saying how physically our legs are strong and we can cycle for hours upon hours upon hours. It's unbelievable the amount of cycling the amount of pedal power that we've got. It's become the last thing that troubles us is cycling. And then when we got to the hotel, it was just 2 stories.
2 stories.
3rd floor, 2 stories up. I was exhausted going up the steps.
Yeah, me too.
It's a different muscle group.
Yeah, my legs really
I'm
hurt.
talking about going up 2 flights. We had to do it 3 times,
I mean,
4 times.
the first
'cause
time was all right, but then after that,
we were taking
I
our
struggled.
bags up. There was a young girl who was looking after the place. She was
Yeah.
completely not interested in helping us at all, which was fine. I mean, we don't expect hoteliers to take your bags up for you.
But then she did come up a bit later
then
when
she
there were
did
still
come up.
bags down there.
And she left bags down there. She was really
Yeah.
weird. We arrived at this place and we'd messaged them saying we were going to arrive. We were cycling. We'd be tired. It'd been a long ride. And when we arrived, she was stood on the doorstep smoking a cigarette, and we said, "Oh, we're here. Can we go to our room?" And she said, "Oh, wait a minute. I've got to finish my cigarette."
You know, we're dripping. It's absolutely dripping.
Very odd.
So that person said, I mean, in Thai, about the milk, soy milk and tofu, said, I mean, in Tai Tung, just near where you are right now. Not quite
we're not.
near.
We're about, 3 hours at speed, but 5 hours for Michelle and I.
So you need to find a
4.5
hotel
hours.
to have a lift. Yes, that would be nice.
And also, we still haven't had one of the custard apples. I don't know if I think I get confused with what I filmed on for YouTube and what I've actually talked about on live streams. Below Tai Tung, all the way down, there's a lot of custard apple.
I think you did
places.
talk about it in the last live stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we said we couldn't stop. We just had to keep going. Had to get where we were going to.
That was on the video. Oh, I'm getting confused.
No, I know.
I'm getting confused.
I know. This is why you have to do these now, because
So,
otherwise we forget.
little
what we've
update.
done.
What did we talk about in the last one? Where were we in the last live stream? Can anyone remind me? Is anyone following at all? Can remind me where we were, what I was up to?
I have no idea.
Sometimes I think what I've filmed is what I've told you and what I haven't. Did we do, because we were sleeping in the graveyard. I think we've talked about the graveyard.
I think that's where we left, maybe.
Yeah, and then we were cycling up, and I think we did a 7-Eleven stop yesterday on the way up to Tai Tung.
Yes.
And what I was saying about, and I was probably grumbling a bit about the wind, it was really quite the most shocking route. Now this route as well is similar. It's sort of roads and cycle paths, but they're a lot more gentle. There's a lot less vehicles on this, and it's much prettier. You can see.
It's prettier.
It's so much prettier. Look at this. I mean, there's 2,000 tourists here at the moment, and ever flow. I mean, everyone you can see now wasn't here 10 minutes ago, and they'll be replaced by another group.
It's not like us to do a tourist test, is it?
No, it's not. Well, I thought everything that indicated this was going to be
Lonely old us.
Mr Brown Boulevard. I don't know why I thought Mr Brown Boulevard, and I saw Of course, you see the photographs online, and there isn't a person in. Nobody takes pictures of that. They take pictures of the open fields. And so you think, oh, well, that's nice. That's going to be super quiet. But, yeah, I'm not disappointed. We actually got the drone up.
We did.
First flight of the drone, probably, might have put it up one time before. It is still really windy, but the drone's coping with it. I don't think it would have done on the coast. We've come away from the coastline. We had an option to go down onto the coastline on Route 6. A lot of local people had said to us, oh, you should go on Route 6, but then I read about it and everyone said the coastline this time of year is just an absolute wind tunnel. And we were really struggling in that wind. It's not funny at all when you're going downhill and you're having to pedal as hard as you can just to get down the hill.
After you've gone uphill for a long time.
So that was no fun. So we've come away, we've come on the upper coastline. I can't remember the names of the towns. I'm sorry, I really struggle with the names, but we're heading towards a
maybe.
And we're hoping that if we can keep at the same speed we have this morning, we should be able to get there. It's going to be about 80 kilometers in total, which means we've still got about 30 or 40 kilometers left, I think. Am I right?
I don't know. You told me all, and then it just goes.
I'm doing the map keeping.
I just follow.
And I've earmarked a hotel, so we're going to not do camping again. We're going to do a hotel again tonight.
Somebody said you're still in Big Tai Tung. The place is just near the Brown Boulevard, about 5-minute ride. Chi Shang Dupi, which is soybean milk film shop.
Right.
Route 9 is where you are on now.
Route 9, yeah, I think that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Route 9, 19. I think they call it 19. Still kind of part of the Route 1, but it's a version. The route we've discovered over the time that the Route 1 takes multiple different. At some points, it's just one route, particularly on some areas where you can't get away from the roads. But in some areas, it splits up into, so it goes 14, 16, 19.
It reminds me a little bit of when we were in Korea and we did it on Jeju.
Yeah.
On that route.
I want to have my cookie. I'm going to have this cookie, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a lot of sort of...
That had sort of, you follow the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then when you got to 5, it had 5, 1, because it had extra bits onto it. So this is similar, isn't it? But this is all 1 something.
So, beautiful day, a little bit overcast, strong wind, but only when you get on the high ground. I mean, coming down here, no wind that would give us any great trouble. Never a prevailing wind. Is that right?
Does that mean behind you wind? It's always in my face.
Never a wind that's giving us assistance. There's a girl down in there.
Oh, yes.
Nobody will be able to see it, be too far away, but she's actually in the rice field.
I've seen that a couple of times. I don't think they're supposed to be, but they do tend to get in the rice fields.
Let me turn the camera, take you for a little walk again. I'll take you for a little walk. Michelle, you are still on sound, so you
Okay,
can...
somebody said, have you already booked a hotel tonight? We've
yet.
earmarked one.
We've earmarked one, because we're not sure if we can get there. We're not
There's
sure...
a backpacker, Stephen, bike
on that
packers.
wider view. So let's just go down here and show you how beautiful this is. Everybody takes their photographs here, and then they're all trying to get pictures across this these rice fields. And then, I don't know what the reference is, but there's a cello, or cello? I think it's a cello. Could be a double bass. It's actually quite sized. It might be a double bass. And there's the information about it. There's another one down in the field there. Okay, so there's a little... Wow, this shack here is a little food shop, and the prices aren't too bad actually. I mean, they're much the same. If you look at a drinks from the machine here, it's much the same as it would be in a convenience store. 2,500 for a Pocari Sweat, which is I think they're about the same price in a 7-Eleven, so not too bad. And there's Mr Browns Coffee. So I'm guessing this is something to do with this boulevard. Mr Browns Coffee. I might get one of those actually. And they got a few snacks and some. So we've got your rice crackers here. I've got to go slow because I know when I haven't got it on the gimbal, it's awfully bouncy.
Somebody's saying this place is famous for a coffee commercial.
Is it?
I'm sorry, I can't say your name because it's all in Chinese.
Taiwanese, I'll have you.
Oh, sorry. Not letters I understand. Did you see the bike packers? Those two went down the road.
No.
Oh, yes.
Like us.
Like us, but they were going the other way.
Oh,
they had the wind behind
wind
them.
assist.
Yeah.
Full wind assist. That's the way. To be honest, I would say if we had the chance to do this again and we had the time to do it again, I'd go down the west coast all the way to the bottom, then I'd get the train all the way back up to Taipei, and I'd cycle the east coast from top to bottom as well, because it's the best way to go. You'll have the wind on you, you'll have the sun on the right side of you. There's only one thing. A few people have said to us that by coming up this way, we'll have the traffic lights on the right way, but that really hasn't made a difference to us at all.
Not really.
And what I mean is the traffic lights, so if you want to turn towards the coast, you haven't got to wait to cross over the traffic lights. You can just, and that really is such a minor advantage.
The store we want is on the opposite side of the road anyway, so we have to cross over, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, this time of year the wind goes down the island.
And it's really strong apparently, but the weather's gorgeous today. We had a bit of rain last night, that was a bit uncomfortable, but it was only really like a spitty, sort of like a very, like a mistle rain, nothing overly intrusive.
Yeah, rain hasn't been a problem, touch wood, shouldn't say that, but it's not cold, is it? So.
What else? Has anyone got any comments? No. I'm trying to think, this is meant to be a diary so I can update. We stayed in a hotel, so there's not really much dramatic to have happened.
No.
For our own reference, the hotel was nice, the guy that owned it was very nice, the girl that ran it was a little bit unpleasant in many ways.
And
She's.
you had to get a brush and dustpan out to sweep the floor.
I had to sweep the floor in the hotel room. It really wasn't.
I could feel it.
It was like covered in dirt. And I went to
wasn't a
borrow
dirty
it, but
hotel.
it wasn't a dirty hotel. Everything
just
was quite
hadn't
clean.
swept
She
it.
just hadn't swept the floor, and there was lots of. It was like almost a layer of sand all over the floor. So that wasn't so pleasant. Or also, they told us to take our shoes off. One of these hotels where they tell you to take your shoes off and then walk in and it's filthy. So, yeah, it was. I won't say the name because I don't want to give them negative. And to be honest, I wouldn't give them a negative review either. It was such a comfortable sleep. Oh, the other thing was we were upgraded to a family room, and it just had 2 single beds in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I walked in, I said, this is not the upgrade, and then I checked, I said, oh, yeah, it is.
2 single
So,
beds,
anyway,
but they were very comfortable
They were
beds.
very comfortable. There's more room than our tent. Oh, look, there's Thomas the Tank Engine with his Union Jack flags. Too far
I'm not
away.
going down there. I'm not going down there. Look
Too
at this
far.
little one
I
looking
know,
at me.
yeah, watching, saying, who are you? What are you doing?
Oh, please turn camera when I hit you the first time instead of like, there we go. This little one was just staring up at us.
Yeah, with their big eyes.
So pretty, the eyes, and I hit the camera to turn it round so you could see, and it's as if my fingers don't work.
She's going for a walk to the cello.
So she was really, really just grinning and staring up at us. Okay.
Trying to find a hot spring since you're going north, Ang Tung Hot Spring.
We passed some hot springs, but it was a bit too windy, and I've seen people going to the hot springs, and I've got to say it looked a bit meh. I've seen a lot of videos. They go to these hot springs and then cover themselves in all this black mud, and
Which is fine if you could...
no, it's not fine. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Well, if you could actually then get out and then really shower
go, yeah,
properly.
if you could jump it, if you could wash and then go, if you weren't thinking I've got to get into a tent afterwards, it might be okay. But I've seen people doing it, and I know that you can use the mud and put it all over you, and anyone who knows me, that just would be like that would be my worst nightmare. So it doesn't, I'm probably not going to do the hot springs, unless it's right along the bike path. And there was
also that one we did see that we did tiny little contemplate going, but it was down.
I think it might be the one they just mentioned actually, but it was below Taiwan.
Yeah, we had to go down to it and then back up
famous.
again. Up.
And we were already, going against we were already on hills like this. Well, they weren't hills like this, they're only hills like this, but when you've got a 40-mile-an-hour headwind, they feel like hills like this. And
they're saying the mud spring is the west part of Taiwan.
And no, there's mud springs. There were mud springs on this side. They're hot springs and they're sort of like natural pools. Maybe a different area. You may be talking about a completely different area. And if we see them, we will try and go there. But we're trying to follow. Yeah, we're trying to follow a particular route at the moment. And there's a few places like this that we wanted to sidetrack and come to. And I won't say I'm disappointed because I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think there's some lovely video shots from here as well, from the drone. But you can see there's 500 tourists. Every single pathway through the rice paddies is just chock-a-block with
There must
tourists.
be near somewhere. Are these people all to be coming just...
Well, not that far. If you're driving, Taichung's only probably about 10 minutes. It took us 5 hours, but I mean, it's probably only about 10 minutes that way in a car.
Everywhere so far.
Yeah. So it's like everywhere. I mean, you could be probably in Taipei in an hour. I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably take us another couple of days, but we're trying, if we can, to get up to the city. We're not going to do the last leg, by the way. We're definitely not going to do it. We've read too many negative reviews about it being heavy traffic and poor roads. So from Hualien up, we are definitely going to be taking the train, that's for sure. But we are going to cycle all the way up to Hualien, and we are going to try and do it over the next couple of days, today and tomorrow. I think we can do it. If we can get an 80-kilometre day done today, then we can easily do an 80 to 100-kilometre the following day and just, see this off. It also means that if we can get to the slightly bigger towns or cities, that we can guarantee a reasonably priced hotel. Because the hotels in some of the small towns have been really expensive, because there's only maybe the choice of 1 or 2 hotels. I say really expensive. I mean, for us,
Yeah.
we're talking when they're $100, we tend to think that's crazy expensive, but it probably isn't if you're here. So apologies if I'm making that sound.
Taipei is 1 hour flight away. Yeah, but a flight, by the time you get up there for an hour and then back down.
Oh, flying would be a
that's-
nightmare. You'd have to be at
that's
the
a half
airport.
hour.
You'd have to be at the airport like an hour, hour and a half before, then driving to the airport, and then the flight, and then getting out the airport. No, it would be quicker to drive. Much from here, you drive to Taipei a lot quicker
Yeah,
than
I
you
think
could
so,
fly.
yeah,
I'm
for
sure you
sure.
could. I'm sure you could be in Taipei. I don't know, maybe
Couple of hours.
couple of hours, and then on
And
a
you wouldn't
plane,
even be-
you'd be longer than that.
You'd
at
be on the
airport.
plane longer than that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, new groups of people have come in. So we're going to probably going to leave it there. Let me have a little look at the comments and see who's in. So Joan, Larry, our local friend. I'm sorry, Michelle said she can't read the name. Do you have a name we could just say hi to you? If you could just write in English style, so we could just say hello. That'd be nice.
Then you can run around asking everybody to take our photo.
No, I'm not having any photos taken. I'm a grumpy humbug of a miserable so-and-so.
Well, Taipei need 5 to 6 hours drive to Taitung, apparently.
Really?
Okay. On the speed they travel on these roads.
Well, it's only about 400 kilometres, so less than, maybe.
And maybe they can't go that fast,
See
don't they?
why that would be that long.
Anyway, we don't know. Your bottle's right in front of your screen there.
Oh yeah, hello bottle.
Yeah, it's not actually got Pocari Sweat in, it's water.
It's not, it's just got water. We did get a Pocari Sweat yesterday, and then I've just used, because the bottles are a little bit firmer, we've
Yeah.
just filled these with water along with our flasks. So
That's it.
that's all I can say, really. I think I've probably covered. They're not that eventful, really. Not that eventful. And if
I think you got some good footage.
got some good video footage. It's been much more beautiful today. I think it's going to be much more beautiful for the rest of this journey. We're going through a valley. Let me just show you the valley we're cycling through at the moment so you can see. Okay, so we've come, you can possibly see out here, there are mountains on this side and there are mountains on this side, and we've come fairly through the low part of this valley, I think closer to the edge of these mountains, and we are heading, you can see ahead of us, I think geographically and looking at the terrain, we're heading straight down through the middle of this valley as far as we can go. We've probably got another 4 or 5 hours of cycling to do. It's bright sun. We're having a little. We're actually just in the hottest part of the day, so we're probably just going to sit here for a little while longer.
Yuli has relatively more stays compared to other small towns.
Yuli, yeah, I saw Yuli, and that's definitely. There's one a little bit above Yuli. If we can get just a little bit above Yuli, there is.
It gets dark after
it's not-
5 p.m. Yes, it
Yeah, it
does.
gets dark so quickly. So we've only got a short time. Well, we've got 4 or 5 hours left, and we can cycle a little bit in the dark. We have done almost every day so far. Yuli looked good, and there's a little town I think above Yuli which has got a nice little guest house. We might be able to get to that one if we can, even if it means sort of cycling till sort of 7 o'clock in the evening. It means that we've got less to do the next day. So, from Michelle and I, you're tired again, aren't you?
It's when you stop, you see.
Yeah, from Michelle and I here at Mr Browns Boulevard.
Yeah, Mr Browns Boulevard.
Loved you all.
Or Mr Browns Avenue.
That's my
they're
update
putting
for
the
the
shade
day.
across look for us. It's obviously going to get sunny on this side. It's pulling it out. How cool.
Just pull that shade.
So Joan Mackey says, enjoy the rest of your day. I will be trying to get back to sleep here in Scotland at 4:30 a.m.
Oh,
Sorry, Joan,
Joan.
if you woke you up.
Love to you all. Love to everybody. Comments. Usual things if you want
my
to
thumbs
support.
up. You're going to say thank you to
Patreon,
our
PayPal.
sponsors? You haven't done thank you to our
Thank you
sponsors?
to Taipei Bike Works for the bikes, and a huge thank you to Ortlieb for these amazing bags, which we will review, and we haven't been asked
by Taiwan.
to. Yeah, Outdoor by Taiwan. Take care. Love to you all. See you next time.